What about me? You get next.
Seven.
Bit higher than the average.
Precisely average.
Yeah,
I'll play it.
enough.
Yep, seven's actually exactly average. It's the most common result. It's also exactly what they all add up to, averaged out. You get the same numbers of 2's as you do 12. 2 plus 2 plus 12 is 14. Divide by 2 is 7. Right down the middle. These sixes are pretty interesting like that.
I would have thought it was 6.
You would think that, but you don't have. You can't roll a 1 when you roll 2 dice.
Be honest, Kogan's gross.
Yeah, for every number you roll,
Point.
there's a 1 in 6 chance that it'll come out to 7.
No, I just think
Like if you roll a 6, there's always a 1 to match it. You roll a 5, there's the 2. So 1 out of 6 times you roll a 7, and it's the average. It's like the perfect average roll. Like you add up all of the sets of possible outcomes.
Right.
All
Well,
36 possible
I guess
iterations.
I suppose I gotta change what I say when someone rolls a 7. Usually say just above average, but
It's actually
precisely.
exactly average.
Challenge you in your dojo, I get a free lesson or whatever, right?
yeah, that's good.
You want to hit this ranch?
Sure.
Good luck.
Same to you.
That is rough, Joe. That was rough.
Around dressed as a cop, like a plate of cheese at 40.
I will
Like,
continue.
around New York City. Like a plate of cheese and drinking a 40 going,
How's it?
we're here to protect and serve, boys.
I will try it.
Protected today, I'm
Give it a
serving. Who wants some cheese?
Watch you burn up. It's the worst show on television. Oh man. Oh, this is it, huh? This is what's gonna happen today.
I'm on the wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Cut.
Maybe roll my 6.
Ponder.
Sure.
Just
No bench.
Here you go.
You're up.
Really? I didn't even know you owned that deck. Alright. I got stuff in there.
Brainstorm.
Not wind it down. Gonna start playing
Take a
this
trip
stuff.
back in time.
Okay.
Sprawl. Sure.
Go ahead.
Got it. That's good enough.
Fetch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. You got it. Hey guys.
Oh, stifle.
Fetch.
Yeah, you got an ad nauseum.
18.
Alright.
Days.
Sure.
6 in hand.
Yes.
Cycle Street Wraith.
Sure.
You good?
Reanimate. Street Wraith.
Sure.
You want a second life to it? Okay.
You go.
Sure. Go ahead.
How many cards he just? What just happened? He needs 5 mana and then he dead now. What, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual.
Sure.
5 mana.
Alright.
Then he played this card that like flip cards and like he loses life equal to their casting costs. He paid almost all his life to draw like a million cards.
But like you could use card anytime I want.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh man, I bet.
So he's at 5 and he's thinking he's got more than 5 drop in his deck. So he's got to figure out if he can go off.
Oh, daggers. I didn't make the swap.
I realized that with the opening hand. Yeah, the 5 drop
no.
is not supposed to be in the deck either.
It's supposed to be a duress. Hey, how you been? Good, good.
I brought it in case you guys play. I even took some time and wrote down sideboard strategies for you guys to see what you think about it.
You're up.
Send.
Yep.
5 in hand.
Correct.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like I was just talking. What's that?
Death Shadow.
Yeah, damage doesn't stick.
Yep.
Two are pauper decks. Pauper means there's no
Go ahead.
Life alone, targeting.
5/5.
He is a 5/5. Yeah.
And what's the
Which ones are the top ones? Legacy. Yep. That's like what my car was. Maybe. I appreciate the respect.
It's not the first time I've dredged.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, we closed the top card too. Wow.
Just 4.
Good choice, Kyle. Good choice.
This is right on my switch.
Do you want to scoop from the right or scoop from the left?
Popper. The cards that are not in sleeves are not part of the deck. These are the cards I bought today that I don't have a place to play.
Gotcha.
The division.
That's sideboard.
Dark Ritual.
Yes.
You're up.
The fearful was a procedure before blood touch. Guilty.
Ransom.
Sure.
Sure.
It was like the way cards in IC's day. Like, if you have a swing card or not, and I think it's like one of the light.
It's like what was it? What is it?
Sure.
Probably just unblockable.
Crack turn.
You want a second to really counter the little spell?
Go for the 8 left.
I think too, it was like shadow or whatever. Like you can only
Trigger.
block by creatures with shadow. Like blocking.
Dredge.
Yeah, and there was like if your opponent plays 9. What night time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good dredge.
Yeah.
If you control it, you're a powerful wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is that game one?
That was game
Game 1, yeah. You got a sideboard.
Bad hand, yeah.
I didn't have anything. Yeah. Sec doesn't mulligan the best.
Was it kill?
Yep.
I was gonna say, I thought you meant one. Let's see. First.
Oh,
Okay. At me? No blocks. I'm at 15.
Jump the show.
Yeah, you take a 3.
Fetch. Fair. I couldn't find one. I was trying to not be any where he was. Just like look down.
Sure.
I'm working on I'm working on putting the Pauper Gauntlet to like 8 or 10 decks. They're all less than $100. I can just have them together. They'll be like, you know, it's like if we're hanging out, you'll be like, alright, I'll bring apples, I'll bring Pauper Gauntlet. Yeah.
I mean, how
Resident
Evil game?
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Cards.
about
3.
Resident Evil deck building game.
I love it. I think it's my favorite deck building game.
Go ahead.
Is that just because you know exactly the best deck to make?
No, there's a bunch of different ways you can play. I have like I have like
Oh man.
I think 4 expansions.
wonder.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like
I like the fact that you don't make your deck a pile of garbage. Like most deck building games are like, build a really good deck, then put a bunch of victory points in it, which turn into bricks when you draw them. I think it's an inherently unfun design. Resident Evil, you get the cards outside your deck. So like your deck becomes like a combo deck that's actually good, and like everybody's building like the best deck they can.
Yes.
kept running into the monster. Like I would have like 60 or 70 points of damage to do, and like the one card that
Yeah.
like killed me.
I think that's a fun mechanic, the randomness.
Yeah. That was cool.
Alright, so you're casting Young Pyromancer, and you're at 13, and you have 3 cards in hand.
Mhm.
Pain in the butt. Ugh. I hate doing it. I'm gonna force.
One card?
Just one.
It depends, like, what is it? That says, so, like, that would happen on your next turn.
Oh yeah, because
Yep.
before you draw.
Long time. Yeah, I need to put the burn deck together for that. It's
Ways
really
to
sweet.
see.
Yep.
You're up.
And there's also, like, a really cool elf deck. That like, actually has it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty busted.
But the wrong land.
There's, like, Priest of Titanium and Well Wisher.
Just on the outside, I was open, it was terrible, but the thing I looked over again and like, why would you? Didn't get there.
Yeah, it is. Hey. Hey.
Yeah. 10.
3 there, 7 sevens.
I wish. Yeah.
Block one.
Okay.
Aria.
Good. Go 6.
Here we go.
5. You're not in the,
What's that?
probably not working on
Sorry, you did?
Yeah, it's a 3/2 flyer for one, basically.
Where's the watery grave?
Yeah.
Get a blue.
Exciting. It's kind of a
Oh,
problem for
pass the
tournaments,
turn.
like, it makes your
Let's-
sleeves have to be more serious.
Effects interrupt.
You're getting to be too much for
During your end step. Waste.
pull you.
Okay.
So, what's the best way to communicate that? Like just pass the turn and then wait. Like
That's fine.
their upkeep basically, because otherwise you gotta tell them ahead of time and then they know that.
Yeah, I say go. Watch them untap
Which I
and
can't
then
do.
say something.
That's not an instant or sorcery.
It hurt when I do this.
I could have pondered it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Just create scenarios where they're like midway drawing the card or.
Yeah.
Nope, can't afford it.
Yep, it can be avoided. You can definitely get them before they draw.
Yeah.
They go, and then they untap their stuff, and as they're untapping, like, before you draw, it affects.
And I said, well, I had $4 my walk. It's like $21 for the tax.
Yeah, those are the type of angle shooting things that I think are problematic, is when people go to untap their stuff and check and see if their opponent pauses them, and then if they don't, then they're like, oh, during your end step. Like, that's the type of thing that I think is unacceptable. Like, people talk kind of the other way about angle shooting, where it's just like, oh, you know, you're trying to bait information. It's like, that's really baiting information.
Yeah.
Like, I untapped my stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I actually meant to do something during your end step. It's like,
Right.
why do you untap your stuff?
Yeah.
Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Wow.
A bunch of random cards that I finally get.
Just remember, draw your card. You're not gonna have control of what's Okay, sure, Jeff.
It's getting cocky now.
No, here's
Selling it.
Okay. So, oh yeah. What do you want?
Just for right now.
sure.
Whoa.
Buffalo.
Whoa, you're powerful.
Go.
Yeah, time to beat him at 1.
Isn't that usually manual? Oh no, you take. Upkeep, fetch.
That's very true. He could have done it.
No, I took 2 before.
Oh, did he suck?
Should have done that.
Gets there. Just like, I don't know what to do. He's got 2 large diamonds in play. He's got 2 large diamonds in play. He's fine.
Yeah. Take out 4. One.
Sorry.
Go along.
Going to the draw step, I'm like, what do you think about going to the draw?
Targeting Heath.
Should have read that card.
funny when I first put this together. It was kind of the more junky prowess version. Just did it like an hour before leaving, going up to Acton to gaming, etc. And I was so unfamiliar with just what I put together. I went to sideboard, and then coming out of sideboard, I was like, shit, what's in the board and what's.
Yep.
It took me a little bit to really put it back together. Is it with this deck? There's so many flex plots that like some people play in the maze, it's a 2-of, it's a 1-of, one on the board, It's like I've been switching things around so much. So it's like, what did I actually do this time?
You're a swamp.
Yeah, without Gitaxian Pro, the prowess just. I mean, I wound up going 3-1 that night, but I've since not had much success online, or the next time I went.
Yep, no probe shifts, a lot of stuff.
Just wound up feeling like I'd rather be on burn. I'm gonna do that.
I was surprised at how good Blue Black Death Shadow actually is post Deathrite, because there was a bug version of it with Gitaxian Probe and Deathrite Shaman, and those were two of the strongest cards in the deck. And they, you know what I mean? And it would get the axe for both, and like it emerges from the rubble as like a really solid Delver variant.
That's good.
I think it might be the best Delver variant. Don't know. Really interesting. Like Death Shadow is capable of closing out things very, very quickly.
Very.
Like you can just. It's almost like Berserk. You know what I mean? Like where they're just like, oh, no blocks and you're dead.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Just lethal.
Good luck.
2, 4, 6, 8. Try this.
Why not? Right? It's your deck. Okay, a little flexes in there.
Trigger. Response to the trigger.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah, but it doesn't.
The Gurmag Angler's really, really solid, but like Death Shadow is like a very, very significant threat on its own.
And it's once you get into the mid game, the counterspell game is pretty darn good too.
Oh yeah.
It's tight enough where it's like I'm gonna kill you very fast. So you have these small windows.
Yep. It's very much a tempo deck. That's the thing I actually really like about it. I feel like it's the type of deck that would really reward a lot of reps and getting extremely good about knowing where Daze is actually just like going to be breaking versus you're throwing it away. It's pretty complicated to really play it well.
Yeah, so many people are playing it right now that every now and then I run into someone online and I'll be like, that they did not play that correctly at all. I was like, that was a free win for me. I mean, it's not easy.
No, it's not obvious. That's for sure. Where games where you should preserve your life total, like that last game, it very much seemed like I want to be grabbing underground seas. It's like, when do you turn the corner? When do you pay? When do you take damage? Like literally exact damage for lethal at the end. It's like at a certain point, it's likely I could have made a different decision.
Oh boy, this is considerably worse. You get a one lander with no cantrips, and then a one lander and it's a wasteland, still with no cantrips.
Yeah, bueno.
Till it dies or the game's over.
There are things.
Just talking to Bruno, we'll be doing a blue belt ceremony fairly soon. It was basically a blue belt when I joined the gym, but I'd never grappled in a gi, like the uniform. So there's like a whole ton of new techniques and understanding that you really need to get. So started over from scratch, but he promoted me pretty quickly. But it's going to be the first ceremony that like anybody there has seen and pretty much ever. Like there's 2 people who are higher ranks, but everybody else is like started from scratch and never seen a promotion. So there's this thing that they do in Brazil where it's a gauntlet. Everybody lines up. The person getting promoted gets whipped with the belts. Like everybody takes their belt off and like whips them. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. And I did think about it. And I talked to him about it. I was like, I honestly don't care. Like it's not really no skin off my back either way. Like it's your school, and I think you should be able to set the tone you want. But like, just keep in mind that this is America. It's not Brazil, and like it might be perceived differently. Like we have a significant problem with hazing. Like that certainly looks like hazing.
Yeah.
It might actually be hazing. It's kind of.
I'd say so.
It's a promotion, so it's not just like doing it to someone who hasn't like new and hasn't done anything. Certainly flogging newcomers would be you're off. I lost that. Yeah.
Yep. I kept that on top.
Okay. Certainly, if you did that to new people, that is unquestionably hazing. It's like, oh, you want to train? Where this is how you prove that you can do it. It's another thing when it's like a graduation. I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm just saying it is in fact different when it's something that people earn. Ponder. Sure.
Just saying.
Yeah, as long as you say that.
Yeah, this card.
Alright. Before you do it, tap the command. Alright.
I don't want to.
There is no
There's no
mana.
mana burn anymore.
There isn't? No,
There's no reason not to put mana.
Alright. That's you.
Cycle. Sure.
Yeah.
Always flip mana off, gosh. There's no mana burn anymore.
YOLO.
For me, I said, I was like,
It's I'll fetch.
nah, I can't.
Don't feel very good, but just attempt to stifle.
You have 4 in hand.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I think so.
I was pretty worried you were gonna get me that turn.
Yeah, I thought I was going to.
I think this is a tempo deck. I'm gonna force.
Go.
Sure.
You play any?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, one sideboard. Wish.
You're so impressed.
Reanimate.
I only have 2. I figured it would still be okay.
That's Yano.
Not worth it.
I like glancing.
Go ahead.
So
I saw. I was like, oh, some red.
Yep.
It is really. The white mana actually really sucks. That.
Too bad you couldn't
Yeah.
respond to that blob trigger, huh?
It's key to casting Emrakul.
I thought maybe trying to snipe him and put your
Yep.
draw step.
You're up.
I was still wasting it now.
The other mistake, I didn't cast abrupt
I don't think I was
Right,
supposed
right.
to board this.
Yeah.
thinking, right?
I think I was supposed to wish. I think I was supposed to bring in this
2 in
one,
hand?
but I think I was supposed to
3.
leave one.
3.
Or maybe
Almost
I
as
don't know,
good.
because like I had an
Yes.
awkward spot early on where I was
Give me.
like, I had living wish in my hand. But
No permanent?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for what you keep.
Credit
You keep that one.
yeah, like
to,
that mana's not great. perfectly honestly, it does few things that you should set up. And as a way, like, you're already like, alright, flow 8. And
That's what I was saying. During
that.
Sunday.
So total of 10. Yep.
No blocks.
Correct.
I'll fetch.
Be raucous.
Yeah, so you can take
11
play now.
plus 3.
11, yeah.
Yeah. Was it 19?
That's Shadow go.
Another Death Shadow.
This is the expiration.
I appreciate that.
Want everyone to have fun.
Yes.
That too.
You're up.
No.
Nope, it's the same.
Can I borrow a couple grand? No. Okay. Can I ripple double a couple grand? No. Funny thing is, if you ripple
So these guys are 8/8s. So you have to block both.
that's what I said in my delance.
Seems legit.
They're worth more than I take from already, so it doesn't matter how bad. As long as I don't destroy them.
Mine is not.
I know. Still ways to go. You did.
Volume?
Who won it?
It's a tie game.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's big enough. The one that's like right there and the vaccine probe.
So it's blueberry.
Are those just
You're a child.
Yeah, the-
Yeah, remember when
blueberries? Just blueberries?
Just telling Brian he's a child.
The
We were
blueberries.
the only
Yeah, the
ones that
blueberries.
That's fun.
Gotta enjoy the
The whole one. I didn't see I caught the whole game.
No.
And then, like, I played another Steve
Okay.
attack deck. I won because of it, and the guy was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Sneak attack?
No, it was when the first time, it was like the day after or something, like the vaccine probe came out. We went to like that was a huge round.
What, the Star City one?
Yeah, and we were like, I think we were all played or something. We were the only people playing that. Yeah, it was in, he had a sneak attack deck, we put it in. It was cool.
Who won Enchantress or
It ended up being really slow.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
figured. He doesn't play blues.
Look at their hand.
It's
I
a,
couldn't
yeah.
Like
find
black, you
tuber.
get 2 left instead. It's like the green card.
Yeah, you could pay 1 blue
Battle
mana
Token
or
Maker.
2 life.
So I just like made a bunch of goblins and they played
Yeah.
solitary
So
confinement.
2
So I
life
couldn't
when your
actually
hand
use
draw
lethal.
cards.
Sneak-
Just
the
kind of
sneak
played
attack
raw
was like you
go
play
for a
that
couple of turns
free
while he
and
was
just
like
like-
drawing a million cards and
That's why I added to the line.
Yeah, you just get to see what's
like going
going
nuts
on.
doing his
No,
thing, and then I
you
wrote
do this right now?
Infernal up top, so I just like played out the other cards I had drawn. And it's like Lotus Petal, Cabal Ritual, Sonic Tutor, find Chain of Vapor.
Whee! Win the game. I'm going Tron over there.
Getting red mana in that deck. You only ever need 1.
Double Fetcher.
And I had one. I had. I don't know what it was.
A fetch land or something. Or
Yeah,
it's basically
like
inside.
Grand Catacomb.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't need that. So I just
That's,
went with,
there's only
I don't
2.
think you'd ever name Grand Catacomb. It's just open that deck.
That only makes colorless
Unless you
mana.
had, like,
But
some
if it's in your
serious
hand, you can pay 1 and discard it to search for
Play
any
Tactics.
basic land. So
You
that,
can do that, Jeff.
and that's one
You
of
can
the
do that. It's just you're not
and
gonna
that's
win.
something you can do.
I
at
can
any
guarantee
time.
you
So,
won't
like,
win if you
you have
pick
2
it.
Delvers and 1 flips bad. You can basic land cycle, get your land,
100%
shuffle your
take
deck,
that.
flip the other
100% of the time. But that will agree with me.
Show 'em. Pretty good though, right? You don't have to show them what goes on the bottom. You just have to show them what goes
Game
on.
1 was very close. Game 2, he mulled a 5. And I had a really aggressive draw.
Yeah, I know.
I'd say so.
Turn 2, Cycle Street Wraith, reanimate Death Shadow.
Yeah, that's
good.
what these decks are designed to do. They're designed to just play like 2 or 3 lands,
Because of this, like, everything constantly.
like 1 or 2.
Yeah, lot safer when he's mulled the 5.
Good luck.
This one?
2, 4, 6.
That one? This one? You want this one? How about this one?
Yep.
Sure. This is pretty bad.
You can mold a 6, but I'm telling you, don't mold a 5.
Yeah, it's a tough match. I was in okay shape. Answer.
Oh, it's real bad. I'm gonna try it though.
Yep.
You're gonna have the right type of hand for this.
I would just pay one and
Oh, you don't have to play it from.
discard it from your hand.
Moment.
Yep.
Yeah, the colored sources are so
Be
important
afraid.
in this deck that it's
Very
almost
afraid.
never
I did not know it was a colorless
worth
creature.
any colorless.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like had to be in play, and then.
You're up.
You pay one and discard
Getting
it from
worse.
your hand. Yourself off like that.
Oh, the discard was.
Oh, okay, yep.
Go get your
land.
Yeah.
My card.
Maybe he's getting something better.
That's never good.
Yeah.
Maybe get the next stage.
That's a good card,
That's
right?
a good card. I saw that. I was just like,
Yeah.
that can do that?
You can use it on your opponent's stuff, you can use it on your own stuff.
There was one that was careful starting too. It was like draw 2, discard 2, and then tap 3 or something.
Yeah, that card's really good. I don't think you're allowed to play them. I think it might be banned. Because high tide.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Move to combat.
Mm.
Been around the deck, but I remember this one. we done.
Trigger.
Yep.
And each of these. 3 damage.
Second main phase.
How cool is spread?
This land.
Three.
Auto degree.
All the lands,
Yeah, 3.
all the basic lands in this
Everything's
deck are still covered. Just take care of it.
Got that covered.
You don't have to show.
I know.
Spell makers.
I'm at 6.
You're up.
4 now? You have 4?
Correct.
No,
Pretty much, yeah. I lost the first 2 rounds, so even if I play the third round, I can't make. Yeah, Kyle, you can.
That's yellow.
So
You go.
right now, there's an odd number of players, so me dropping out is not going to be a bias. He wasn't playing. Ryan's playing. Last turn.
Oh, so
Yeah. Can't possibly get a land.
Fetch.
Yeah.
17.
I was thinking about saving it for that.
so basically, you just say that. Oh. I like that.
It's a
Yeah.
Ninja. Feels like a ninja, right? There's some in your deck too.
I use
Yeah.
Sack remove.
Waste volcanic?
You can go up to 18.
I had to
Go ahead.
back and then block or like counter.
I think yeah, you played the spell stutter right and bumped it up.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What was that?
That's that in 2 of those.
Ransom.
Yes.
He's killed it in 2 too.
Deck plays gosh.
I know, I seen it in it. I was like,
One of those cards is hard to play. Like, nice thing is if you don't have a land, and you can like make 2 mana, gush, like play a land that you picked up, the 3rd mana.
Sure.
For 1.
Yeah.
oh, that's it's a
Send.
4.
yeah, I can counter. I
Yep.
have to.
Here you go.
Sure.
There's sideboards, but you know, like Frank's probably not a null. There's not.
They
Well, not a
came-
blast counters like.
game by so much sooner. The second turn, I had 2 del. Like I could have totally just set it up so that they would.
Yeah.
Turn. But like,
It's not a completely obvious interaction.
no, it's true. But like, I also like next turn, you draw this here.
Yep.
Your upkeep would be fine.
Right.
That's what you want.
Thought it was all
I
set
want
up.
this
Right.
card.
Yep.
No, I didn't even like actively think I want to make that thing. I didn't understand what was going on yet. Like, I think I just forgot. I think I just didn't think, oh yeah, I can put myself.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, I hope I draw an instant. Because you know, I would never play. I used to be change. You know, totally. Like no, I just dropped one.
Snap is probably a card. And maybe like
As
maybe
such,
like 1 or
using
2
black
counters.
or board.
Snap is
I don't know, maybe mutagenic growth isn't. Because it doesn't.
That's the green one.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
like a lot.
The only thing is
Night
it
is
doesn't.
falling upon
Like
you.
most of your things are 1/1s, so like when he bolts it,
Yeah.
it's still it's only a 3/3. It's only good if you target your ninja with it.
Yeah, I've been killing his creatures though.
Oh, then you might
He's
be fine.
But it's the one that he crosses, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You can take out a couple snaps, like 1 or 2 counter spells.
Ten.
For
It's
5.
just lost with 2
Yep.
in your hand.
So after no blocks,
Red
I'll
and
fetch.
metal blast.
5 you.
That hits everything against the whole deck.
Go ahead.
Yep. If your opponent plays artifact lands,
I
you
think
can
they-
destroy
I think they
land.
needed to trim your card
So there's some
spells a little more.
artifact decks that are like artifact
What else is in your
lands, like
sideboard?
cheap artifact that helps like
All right.
Thoughtseize seems fine.
6 comes in.
Useless. Well, you took out your Sylvan.
Yep.
Alright, so
I wanted to
might
get
be
them
more
all this
keeping.
picture, but I didn't have enough.
I like that.
Second main.
Fine,
Terminate.
John Avon.
Also, Sylvan Library. That's usually pretty good against Dylan's deck.
That's why it's a sideboard
Yeah.
card. So the cards that you probably want to
I mean,
read,
those cards are
this
all
thing
big
that draws flyers.
I feel.
Yeah, alright, it's
These
Yeah,
spells
we
that are
can
straight,
do
Delver
that.
Secrets, and
They definitely
Very
put in
discreet.
the rest.
pretty much all the same stuff you got.
Here you go.
The red elemental blast.
Yeah, no, I think.
It's just strictly better than counter spell.
Green Sun Zenith.
yeah. Like, I'm not
Upgrade!
every
Spells.
Yeah.
I should have
Thoughtseize,
done
it's everything.
Well, yeah.
this.
4.
He has. See, his red spells are interesting. His lightning bolts, red. They're not like
Also,
3.
game winning spells necessarily, but
just make
yeah, it takes it gets rid of your creatures, and like your whole thing is probably just defending your creatures. That's the whole point. Is like whoever ends up with like you guys are gonna spend cards like trying to deal with each other's creatures, and whoever ends up after all the dust is settled, like whoever ends up with a more stable board is what is so maybe 1 or 2 blue blasts.
Yes, it is.
I don't have the sideboard down.
Things brain.
Gosh, deck that. And with,
That's 1-1. Can't play me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that deck was sick. That was like that's when we were all like playing
Close.
casually,
Yep.
and you
Very
started
close.
playing that. I was like, that deck was nasty.
Yeah. Never.
But I'll take a walk outside.
Force no blue card all game. Tony got there.
Oh, they're done.
Yeah, just take out 3 counters.
Stay.
Yeah, unlucky.
Don't go.
I shouldn't have attacked my Bomat until I was gonna go for the bolt. I should do it first so that if you counter at least they have a blocker.
Yep, that was very all in.
Decks that make a lot of tokens. Because when it bounces
Or unnecessarily all in.
Right.
You do have a
There's
whole
no
month
reason
figure
to do it
this
in that
out.
order.
I know. But that's it.
I don't even know why I was even thinking that before I went. I was like, alright,
Just worried about
try the bolt first and then want to get that Bomat in.
moving the deck to some.
God, I was playing a game earlier today against Storm and drew 7 cards with the Bomat.
Maybe not.
He won in the 3rd game, but that game was very
Alright,
satisfying.
Tony, you're gonna face Dylan. Yep. Jeff. On camera. Eric.
Good luck in your next match.
Like it didn't seem to like.
Spider Shadow? Not cheap anymore.
New commander.
Fortunately, so under honor. That should be it.
Interesting.
Like,
I feel like it's cute.
barely see like
This deck is the same.
battling out the side.